Hello everyone. Today we are going to prepare chicken ghee roast Mangalore style. So I've taken a pan. The first step is preparing chicken stock. So I will add some ghee. Since we are preparing first step, that is this chicken stock, so we don't need much ghee in this. We'll be putting all khada masalas like dalchini, jaifal, all the elaichi, and long is important, so few strands of long. Now mildly roast all these masalas in the ghee. We don't need it to roast a lot. I'll just add a few onions that I've chopped. This step is completely optional. You can skip the onion part, but it gives a additional flavor, so I add it in the stock. Let's just roast it for a few minutes. We will be making a paste of all these ingredients along with the stock, so it doesn't matter really, if it is roasted. Let this all roast to the medium. Not, we don't need it to be, to turn brown. The onions need to turn brown. It's not required. It just need to get bit crunched, crispy with the ghee. The important ingredient that we are adding here is cashew nuts, kaju. So I'm taking a handful of cashew here. We don't need to roast this much. I'll straight away add chicken pieces that I had cut and cleaned. Give this a nice stir. See, the idea here is you can use or you can make use of your cooking skills by adding or adding any ingredient. You can use any ingredient here in this lockdown time. If something is missing, you can replace it with something else. So you can play around with the stock part here. So I'm just giving it a nice stir. I'm mixing all of this together. We need to let this cook. Now I'm adding water to this. Before that, I'll add some salt. We need to cook chicken with the salt, because if stock has proper amount of salt, chicken absorbs the salt and it will give you good flavor in the end when we roast it with chili paste. After adding salt, I'm adding water to this. So I have used 1 jug of water. This is again completely on your intuition. You can reduce the water because chicken itself, it leaves some water. But if you want the gravy to be more later, so you can keep some stock and use it accordingly later in the next step. So let chicken cook for about 20 to 30 minutes. Some people also what do they do is they prepare stock with only the bone pieces and they keep this keep this mussels, leg piece or chicken breast separately and cook it directly in the chili paste. But here I have cooked everything together because all the pieces, it absorbs the flavor of the stock or the garam masalas that we have added. So it's up to you. You can either cook it this way or cook separately with the chili paste. So let us leave this chicken to boil and cook for 20 to 30 minutes. Let's check the chicken. Okay, so this is almost cooked. We will be again roasting it in chili paste, so it's fine if it is cooked 75 to 80%. Now what we have to do is we have to separate the chicken from the stock and make a paste of this stock which has cashews in it. Alright, now I have separated the stock and the chicken. I've kept it separately. I'm using the same pan. I have taken some oil which we have got it as a layer on top of the chicken stock. Also I'm adding a bit ghee to it. We'll be needing more ghee. So I'm increasing the flame. What I have here is I have made a thick paste of red chili. The red chili that I've used here is the typical Mangalorean Bedige mirch. You can use Degi mirch. What I have done is I have soaked the red chilies overnight and I have made a thick paste of it. So I'll just straight away add into the ghee. I'll use this jar to make paste of our chicken stock. So in a way it will not be wasted. This chili will not be wasted. Now this entire process is nothing but preparing a chili paste. So when we are heating this chili paste, it caramelizes and it has its own sweetness. So it gives out the caramelization of the chili and it has its own hotness and the caramel flavor. So you'll get a very beautiful chili paste. I have increased the flame. You can adjust the flame according to your confidence with cooking. So I'm just giving a stir here and I'll heat the paste for some time. Then we'll be adding chicken to it. You can see how beautiful the color of this chili has come out. So this is all about the look that you will get of a Mangalorean style ghee roast, chicken ghee roast, which has this base ingredient that is our chili paste, Bedige mirch, Bedige chili. Now I have reduced flame, so you can see how this paste has started cooking with the ghee. So now I will be adding the chicken here. So what you can see, as I have kept the chicken stock and chicken together, so you can just take this out and add it in the whatever cashew or masalas that come out while draining the chicken. You can keep it at the stalks so that we can use it for paste. So try to take out only chicken from the stock. Now I have added all the chicken into this. So we'll give it a nice mix. Let it cook. Whatever the cooking is remaining of the chicken, that will happen with the chili paste, and we'll get the beautiful chili caramelized flavor. So this cooking will take some time. Let it roast nicely. It's ghee roast. I have increased the flame, so it's on medium towards high medium flame. Let it roast nicely. Meanwhile, I'll be blending the chicken stock and keeping it ready, and when this paste will thicken, I will add that. As you can see, the sauce has started reducing. This is a very messy work, so you should wear an apron to save your clothes from getting dirty. As you can see, the sauce is getting thicker and it's reducing. So you can keep adding ghee. Give it a stir. Now you can start feeling the beautiful aroma of this Bedige chili when it's actually roasting and getting cooked. You'll start getting the ghee roast aroma. I have increased the flame. Now at this step, I would like to add curry leaves. This is a complete optional step, but since I like adding curry leaf into this, so it's an optional, like I said. If you want, you can add, or else you can completely skip this. I have just toned the curry leaves roughly. I'm adding at this stage because it will cook. There is still a lot of roasting to happen, so it will cook gradually. Now you can see the ghee has started to separate. Okay, so this is good. And I'm getting this good aroma. I love this fragrance, love the smell of ghee roast. And this is, you need to be very careful because it splatters as it goes on cooking, so you need to adjust the flame according to your comfort. This is reduced a lot. Now I'll just let it cook for some time. Now this is completely reduced. As you can see, this is the right step to add stock. I will not add stock completely at once. I'll slowly keep adding it. We add stock, we reduce it, we add ghee. This is how the step continues. This is a hidden ingredient. I mean, adding chicken stock with the cashew in it, which we have made a paste. So that is actually the hidden ingredient, and you would never, never get to know this from anyone. So take this point. It will really help you, and it will also help you in increasing the gravy if you want to eat it with paratha or chapati. So the thickness or the consistency of gravy that you want to keep, it is completely dependent on the amount of stock that you add. You can also keep it very dry, so you can add stock just once and roast it completely. It will become thick and tight. So I'll just let it roast again. My flame is still high. I just want to let the excess water evaporate, and all the thick ingredients of cashew, chili, and masalas remain with the chicken. Since the chicken is already cooked, we don't want to overcook it. So I'm keeping the flame high and just letting all this roast. At this step, you can see it is reduced a lot. So what you can do is you can check the salt. We had added some amount of salt in the stock. So here we can, you check the taste and then add salt as per your taste. See, as you can see at the edges, it is separating again. So whatever amount of stock you put, it all gets roasted and absorbed, and you can stop after adding chicken stock at this stage and just roast it dry and serve it. It's totally fine. But one thing I would say, keep adding ghee at every intervals. This will give a good flavor of ghee into the chicken. I want to go and add on more stock, since I don't want to waste the stock. Also, we will be eating it with paratha, Kerala paratha. So I want a bit more gravy. See, this is thickening. I'll add the leftover stock. Beautiful kaju stock. When you add stock, since it has kaju, you can see it dilutes the color of chili. But as you go on roasting it, it again gets back the original chili Bedige mirch color. So I'll let it roast again in high flame. You need to just keep roasting it as the water reduces, and stop it. Like I said earlier also, you can stop it at any point. Since our chicken is cooked, it's pretty nicely cooked, so it's just about roasting, or you want a gravy. So I'll just roast it a little bit more. Now here you can see it is completely reduced. I have so much gravy. You can reduce it further. At this point, I will give you another hidden ingredient which you will never get to know about. That is adding jaggery at this point. I have here, as you can see, melted jaggery. We get it normally in Mangalore stores, or I'm not sure if you get it in other supermarkets across. It's a Mangalorean kind of jaggery. So I have just added half tablespoon of jaggery into this. This is just what this jaggery will do is it will lift the flavors of chili and the chili caramelization. It will enhance the entire flavor of ghee roast. So you can see how nicely the ghee is separating from the gravy. See if you can see this on the edges, and the color has changed drastically. Again, like I said, when we add stock, it feels that the color is diluted, but you can see here how the red hot color of our Bedige chili has come up. You can go on roasting this further and give it a nice tight roast like it is, or you get it in any Mangalore restaurants, and you can see the layer of ghee forming on the gravy. Even our chicken is pretty tender and juicy. It has taken up all the flavors that we have added in the stock, the chili. It is cooked nicely in the chili. We can stop at this point. Like I said, you can go further and reduce it more, but I want to eat it with Kerala paratha, so I need some gravy, and I'll stop at this point. Roast Mangalore style is ready. You can enjoy the dish with your loved ones in this lockdown time. Uh, have it with paratha, Kerala paratha, rice as a side dish. Well, thanks for watching and have a good day. Hope you watch my other videos as well, and subscribe if you like.